Sanke. For you, coffee.
I'm a living example of you can get punched in the face and get back up, because I'm the modern day Aztec warrior.
Yeah.
Welcome to MMA Underground. You know, having a great day. Got Buddy B, a little bit of
Sanke in the building. We here, we live. And we got a guest.
And who is that special guest, Sanke?
None other than StreetBeefs West Coast home. Compaji.
Yeah.
Crowd goes wild.
What up, what up?
What up, man?
What you guys up to?
One night so far. Getting excited for tonight. I was looking forward all week.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I was getting a little double in bag work in earlier, and just prepping for tonight. You know what I mean? Good to have you.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to be here. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Now, since you're here, we got you on. I'm curious because I believe you were part of a boxing mixer that the West Coast was throwing, and you have one other person to fight for the 160 to 170 belt or the champion.
Yeah. Weddle had a tournament.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Weddle. He had a tournament over at his place, and I guess it was the first one that they did. They just did all Arizona natives, you know. So I mean, I had to jump on that one and get on it and put in some work, you know.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hey, you showed out, bro. No lie, you showed out.
Yeah, I was hoping I was able to put on a show for everybody, you know, and get everybody excited to see me, and then, you know, load it up on the next one. Like 2 weeks after that, I had that fight at in Vegas. So I mean, just back-to-back dubs, you know.
Super Samoan it was, right? Super Samoan?
Yeah, Super Samoan. Yeah.
Got
man.
That.
Yeah. Yeah. Got the stoppage. I'm just, you know, that's really what I want to do. I want to get as many stoppages as I can till I get that belt.
Oh, hell yeah. Are you putting that work in? I mean, it's funny because when I first watched your fight, and then, what's up, Martin, the Fire Chicken, hey, man, everyone else in the chat. Sorry. When I watched your fights, I mean, the very first time I watched, I was like, man, this guy's fought before. This isn't his first rodeo. He knows what he's doing. He's coming out here. He's looking kind of slick. Yeah, so I was just going to ask, how long have you been fighting?
It actually hasn't been that long because I just started like about, I'd like to say like maybe 4 years total, maybe 3-4 years. Because I was in another backyard group, you know. So that's where I started, and that's where I started learning everything and stuff, putting everything together, watching videos on like professionals and stuff. So that's pretty much how I learned all my stuff. And then practicing, you know, practice makes perfect.
That is true. Well, Bruce Lee said he fears the man who's practiced one kick 10,000 times.
Yep. It's always better to know practice the one punch 1,000 times than, you know 1,000 punches and not being able to land them.
Good in the house. But you're gonna be getting some good interviews this weekend. Hell yes, I am. I can't spoil any surprises, but it's gonna be a fun time. But fuck, I lost my question. I was just about to ask too. Dang it. But you know what? You give me this real laid back kind of chill vibe, both in the cage, off the cage, even right now. And for some reason, it kind of reminds me like almost like Manny Pacquiao. You smile and you're happy, but it's like you know you're gonna beat some ass. Are you always just pretty laid back and chill, even in life too?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, pretty much like to just chill, joke around, make fun, like hang out with the homies and shit. Just pretty much have to just living life, you know, the way I see it should be, you know. You know, I'm trying not to let the demons in and shit. You know, because you gotta stay happy, keep it cool.
Yeah.
Especially before a fight. Before a fight, you know, you get them nerves and stuff. Instead of being all nervous, letting the nerves take over, you just smile it out and, you know, think of something funny in your head to keep you cool.
That's true. That's true. Hey, I wanted to ask you. You mentioned the homies earlier. How did Compaji become Compaji? How did we get that name there? How did that come about?
I was looking to find like a fight name and stuff, and when I first started, they used to just call me the Beard because I had a big old beard, you know. And they used to like when they rooted for me, they were like, "Fear the Beard." And then I was like, I don't know about that one, you know. That doesn't really sound too memorable. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna go with Compaji. So and then I got the shirts and everything, the logo and everything that goes with it. So it just fit. It just fit. So
it does. It does.
I like Compaji. It's
yeah.
ear catching. You hear Compaji, you're like, oh, that's not something you hear every day. Hold on.
Yeah. I've never seen anybody with that name either. So I mean, it was like, hey, let's go with that.
Yeah, I think I saw
when you started seeing the merch, like I don't know if Buddy V, if you've seen his merch or not, but like the little logo he's got is perfect, bro. It fits.
Yeah.
Is the logo in your fight?
Yeah, the shirt that I wear every time is just logo. That's why I always turn around. It has my name on it, and then it has my logo on there, and it fits perfect. Dude, with the beard, the cowboy hat.
Mm-hmm. Fire.
It's pretty sick. I liked it when I saw it, and I actually saw that like on a truck one time, and I was like, oh, that would be perfect. So I just said I'm gonna have to cop that and take that for myself.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I did. I took a picture of it, and then I Googled it. I reverse Google searched it, and I found the picture. So I was like, that's it right there.
Hey, technology these days. Damn, hell yeah. I know that.
Yeah, so.
I know Hitman, I think earlier asked what you're weighing in for your fight camp.
For which one?
I don't know. He just said if you're during your fight camp right now, what you're weighing at right now.
Oh, right now I'm probably like 180 something, 185 maybe. Yeah, so I try to lose like about maybe 2 weeks prior or so. I usually try to go down and drop down as much as I can, as close as to 170 as I can, because I feel like that's where I'm the most fit, you know. So I just But either way, I mean, whatever comes my way, bigger, smaller, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm in there to win it, you know.
Oh yeah.
So you're saying 170? That's the welterweight. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welterweight.
So do you see yourself? Well, obviously, if you're trying to go for that belt, you see yourself and Coyote ever tying up?
Oh yeah, definitely. I saw that he signed up for this next event, and I was like, damn, if only I was in shape, because I mean, you can't take him lightly at all, you know. So
Not at all.
Sometimes I'm at work and I'll visualize the fight between us, you know, and I'm like, oh, what can I do? How can I move? How can I hit him, striking and stuff? And then one of the big parts is conditioning with him. So
yeah. He's one of our top boxers. One of the top boxers in StreetBeefs, period, regardless of branch. You know, you could put him in that pound for pound to me. But
definitely.
You know, I never thought about you versus him, but when thinking about it right now, that's a hell of a fight. That's a hell of a fight, bro.
Yeah. And then Weddle's trying to. Well, I guess Weddle started an AZ team, so I jumped in on that, and so I just I'm hoping that you know, we get everything together, get the sparring, get the training, you know, trying to get that strap, trying to bring that strap to AZ, you know. That way we got something right there, a little extra gold for them.
Yeah, y'all got a solid group, bro, for sure. Next time I come out there, I definitely want to get with you if possible, you know, because I go out there pretty often, and I work with Wedo, I work with Ant. I'm trying to work with KT whenever possible. So, you know, for sure. If possible,
definitely, we gotta get at least one sparring session in, you know, so see exactly where I'm at in comparison to Sonke, you know.
See, I was
Always.
gonna ask too, since you are down in Arizona. Is there any fighters that you get to train with, or since before that you got with Leto, or?
No, yeah, no. I used to train with Blanco a lot. Yeah, I used to train with Blanco a lot, and then Zitro. Zitro, we used to train together too. We have a couple other guys that are not in StreetBeefs, but you know they're pretty solid guys. They're really good to get beat up by. You know.
Yeah, I like the little groups that people have because it's like I know being so spread out. Like over here, where in Gicargo, it's like mostly we're watching people fly out. But with West Coast, you have so many different states, so many different areas. It's kind of cool
Oh
because
yeah.
I think like there's also like the Inland Empire, the 50-50 MMA, a couple other ones. Sorry for other
Yeah.
ones I'm not going to mention. You know.
Yeah.
We got options and locations.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and there's a lot of unknowns that are like really good too. So you know, there's
Yeah.
always that.
So you shout out AZ a lot in your fights. Are you like native to Arizona? You know, down
No, I
south
was
side of the whole way.
I'm born in Mexico actually, but you know I grew up here, so this is my town. You know, this is where I was
Hell
raised,
yeah.
so this is usually where I rep, and then that's where I stay too. I'm on the south side, so I always rep out the south side. You know, gotta shout one out for them. You know.
Right? They're like, hey, check this out. Shout out Southside. Like, yeah.
And every time I have to shout it out at least pre-fight or post-fight. You know, win or lose, I still got to shout them out.
Yeah. You can't forget where you came from.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And speaking of which, where you come from, did you grow up fighting and shit? Like, was that a normal thing for you?
Not necessarily fighting, but you know, I did a lot of sports. I
Oh,
was very athletic and shit. So usually I would be in the middle of like some type of physical team and stuff. So I mean, I used to wrestle and stuff. Used to do track and field, cross country. Played a little football my freshman year. So you know,
That's always fun. Going to bang around a little
yeah.
bit.
Oh yeah,
I was
definitely.
like, how tall are you?
5'8", not that
Okay.
tall. Still a little.
I feel I was about to say
I just
football. Some of those guys are just.
yeah. Pretty much everybody that I find is either big, like really like bigger than me too, because
yeah.
that weight class is like built a lot of built dudes and shit. So I'm
Hey,
either the smaller guy, and if I'm not the smaller guy, then the other guy is like gonna have a bad day.
I swear I was the tallest guy in the ring between you and Mike 100, but because Mike is just so fucking solid, like
Yeah.
just from a distance, he looks like he's 10 feet, 300 pounds. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he's big. I thought he weighed more when I heard his weight. I was
Yeah.
like, what? I was like, there's no way this dude. This dude avoids bread at all costs.
Huh?
Mike 100, he avoids bread at all costs. Dude's solid, bro. Solid dude.
But that just shows everyone holds their weight differently, you know? Like every body frame is different, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Crazy.
Definitely. I'm still working on trying to get my six pack though. You know, I'm still trying to. One of these days, I want to fight without a shirt. You know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And just get a solid big old kegger, you know, bam, right there.
Look like a heavyweight fighting at 170.
Heck yeah.
That Homer Simpson, that beer belly.
Damn, got the beard for it. Might as well add to the physique too.
Yeah,
Get a nice little kegger going.
I think it's winter time. Yeah, dead bods are in winter time.
Yeah, it's gordito season.
Yeah. Now,
hey, so, go ahead, buddy.
I was gonna say you fought like the hot box, the sandbox, the smoke ranch. Yeah, I always like asking, do you have a favorite one of the West Coast places that you fought at?
I like the hot box actually. The hot box it feels like it's tighter like either than the other ones. The other ones like they're a little bit more open, and then the hot box has like it just feels like it's smaller, even though it's not. It just feels like it's smaller, and you got like less area or something. You know, you can close off the ring a lot better there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like that one, like that close quarter combat. That's a little bit better for me.
It's got a gladiator feel to it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Like they're gonna throw a line somewhere in there during the fight.
At any point in time.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that one's I like that one. I like the new cage they put over there at the smoke ranch. So that new cage is nice. I like that one.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then did you see that? I was saying, you see that question down below from Heart in the Fight? Who is your toughest opponent?
Toughest opponent was, I mean, it had to be Mike 100, bro. He was solid. He's solid. He's got hard strikes, dude. His jabs. I mean, you guys saw the jabs. So yeah, he's solid. That's the one that my head was hurting a little bit more on that one. You know, I was like, damn, dude. I gotta start dodging and shit. I can't just take these punches.
For sure. Hey, I had a fight featured in the Fire 5 last week. Just because that was a banger, bro. That was a banger, man.
Yeah, definitely. I really, I mean, that usually all the fights are fun, you know, to me. I just go in there and have fun, you know, either way. But that one was actually fun because I had that was my first time over there in Vegas like that. So like I had to get used to like the air around there. I felt like I was like losing my breath every punch, dude, and it was like, shit, what's going on?
Just
yeah,
you're just like
the location of the smoke ranch. We're really up there in the mountains.
Oh yeah, dude.
Compared to regular Vegas, so that's gonna play a huge role every time.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't used to that, so it felt like, oh man. And luckily I had a Blanco there before, you know, and he was like explaining to me everything too. So I had him in my corner too. That at least during that fight.
Hell yeah. And so you said you've been taking it seriously for the past 4 years about fighting. But one of my things I'm curious about is getting into fighting. You know, it's different for everyone. But what inspires you to fight, to be a fighter?
Just being able to stay in shape, really. You know, I'm getting a little older. I don't want to get out of shape because once you get out of shape, it's ridiculously hard to get back into it. And then you don't want to be one of those dads that's out of shape and can't chase around your kids and stuff. If they try to take off because they're in trouble, you know, you got to chase them with the chancla. Got to chase them with the chancla and stuff. So, I mean, I'm just trying to stay in shape. That way I keep my physicality and stuff. So.
Real shit. Shit.
But usually, I mean, I just do it just because I like the entertainment part of it. Like I like to entertain people and stuff. So as long as somebody's like having a good time watching my fights and like even if they're laughing at me or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Just hey, as long as you're enjoying yourself and you enjoyed that fight, that's pretty much all that matters, really. So.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy the fights. I mean, you were even one of my fighters to watch before. So I mean.
Yeah. definitely, man. Oh man.
You gained a following real quick, bro. You gained a following real quick, and a lot of that has to just do with the way you handle yourself in the ring, you know.
Yeah. I saw one of the comments on my last fight with Super Simone. One of the comments was like, "Dude, that's like the nicest guy I've ever seen." And I was like, that's the first time anybody's ever said that. So I was like, shit, well, appreciate that guy. Shout out to that guy.
Well, hey, thank you. You're like, I'm going to the store real quick. You want a candy? You want something?
I know, right? For real. Ice cream truck passing by. You want some ice cream?
I got a good question for you. So currently, why StreetBeefs and not the last organization you were with?
The last organization fell out actually. So one of the main guys, he passed away, so we didn't really get a chance to do anything after that. So we really couldn't put anything together, you know, because it wouldn't feel the same, you know, with by not having them there, you know. So that's how pretty much it fell through with that. And we had a good amount of like people in the Facebook page and everything, watching the fights, the YouTube and everything. So I mean, we were starting up, but I mean, the main guy passed away, so didn't really feel right continuing doing it and stuff without him there. So
All right, Pete.
And how did you
yeah,
hear about the StreetBeefs? Like, did you just stumble upon that, or did you grow up watching it? How'd that go?
oh, well, Blanco had joined StreetBeefs by the time like we were finishing up with everything in the other group. And then I think Anthony, I'm not sure what his last name is, but Anthony, I think he stays out here and he was over there in StreetBeefs too. So he kept like nudging, like kind of pushing a little bit, like, oh man, I can't wait to see Compa on StreetBeefs. So I was like, all right, I mean, I gotta try it. And then there was one here at the Hot Box. So I mean, it was local. So I said, I might as well jump in there real quick and see what it's about, And then I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. It was tight. So like there was a bunch of people. Everybody was cool. Everybody was nice. There was no problems. Even like beef fights or whatever and everything. Everything's cool. The surrounding people, everything was tight. So I was like, I might keep doing this. I like this place. So
right. I think StreetBeefs 3 was StreetBeefs West Coast 3 was when I went to it. I got to see Blanco and Moose hash it out in that fight. I saw all that blood.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah. That was a good fight. They were banging it out.
That was a classic. Classic beef fight.
From Arizona
the
too.
first West Coast beef fight.
Oh yeah, was it?
Yeah, that was
the first one.
Beef fight.
That one stood out in the Kilo and Darkness. That was a good one that day too. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun, different vibes, different everywhere, you know. And I mean, as you go to get the bell, you think you might travel to another yard?
I mean, if they let me. I mean, if they want it, they could get it. It's not a problem of whether I don't want to do it. It's whether we can put something together to do something, So I'm hoping once I get that championship fight, it opens up more doors for me too as well to go to other yards and everything, or they look to me to be to the next invasions, or whether there's invasions here, and then they're like, oh, we got to fight for you, Compa, from one of the OG yards or the South, what it was, the South, the ones that's in Texas, I think.
Yeah,
Dirty South. Yeah, that's the one I want to go to just to see, just to show them what Southside Phoenix is like,
Yeah, SmackDown.
I want to see Compaji fight his Dirty South counterpart. I definitely want to.
Yeah, that would be dope. I mean, that would be something I'd look forward to. Just pretty much anybody. Maybe even a David and Goliath or something, just once it could get it,
Mm-hmm.
With rock, paper, scissors, everything, whatever. I'm open for whatever.
So, I mean, let's say you get the belt. Let's say, you get to go fight in these other yards. You think you're going to stay in StreetBeefs? You might try to go to the next level. I mean, what do you think?
No, I might just stay at StreetBeefs, honestly. I don't think I'm going to pursue anything after that. Just, I'm already getting too old. I don't want to start feeling the pains and stuff, So I'm just going to probably just stay in StreetBeefs. And then up until my body can't handle it anymore, I guess, or till I have to tell myself that I have to stop, just pretty much up until then.
Yeah. I did realize I was getting a little older when, after a couple of those fights where I took a few more shots that I shouldn't have, just, for no reason. All of a sudden, I'm like a week later, I'm like, damn, this still hurts.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
You fully recovered yet?
You feel like you're like, oh, shouldn't I be like already good and stuff? Can't even stretch without feeling the pains and stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. I play with my kids, they jump on me, I'm like, oh, dang, hold on.
It's like, whoa, take it easy.
Hey, that's why, like an old man, before any training session, I'm stretching.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't care.
Especially now that the weather's getting colder too. If you don't stretch and warm up, you might end up just pulling something or take a misstep or something like that, and then you're out of that fight. Your camp's done.
Right. Oh, because you don't want to take 15 minutes. I try to do it like in the morning, even a quick 5 minutes. If I hold 10, 15 seconds each stretch, just a quick bam, bam, bam. That way, at least I feel a little more mobile, get out.
Yeah,
like, loosen up the valve. I'm gonna take that morning shit.
A huge difference. Makes a difference.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then it feels like you perform a little bit better too. So even in your practices and your workouts and stuff, if you can feel like you're doing a great job while you're working out and stuff and putting in the work, at least you'll feel the same exact way when you're in the middle of the fight, you know?
For me personally, I feel like when I warm up like that, not only do I do better in training, but I do more. I'm able to produce more, you know?
Oh yeah. Yep. Go an extra 2 rounds or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Especially if you meant it.
A good question. What's your worst injury in a fight?
I think actually we were boxing outside one day. Me and my friends, we were drinking and stuff, and we just we got the gloves, so we just started like strapping and stuff, and one of my friends cut me like right here, right above the eyebrow, got a cut, and it was bleeding. And I thought I was just sweating, right? So I go like this to wipe off the sweat, and then I look at the glove, and then it's I got a bunch of blood coming down, and I'm like, oh shit! I was like, man, that sucks. So I had to wait for that to heal. Huh?
I said, who's got the staple gun?
I know, bring the tools, the needle or something. Yeah. And all I really did
recover.
Well, I was like a lot younger back then, so it didn't really take too long, honestly. As soon as it like closed up, and then because this area like it doesn't really stretch, so it heals up pretty quickly. So I mean, I think might have been like it was like fully healed like in a month and a half, I think, something like that. It wasn't a big cut, so it didn't take too long to heal.
You ever get a gas like that or anything, Stomke?
Nah, bro, not from training. You know, I've had situations where like I was already cut from something outside of training, then I went to go train and irritate, but no, not from a fight or from training. You know. Yeah.
I feel like when I broke my hand in one of my fights, it feels like I want to say that was one of my worst ones because it really just hindered everything I did in life. But what I really think what hurt the most though, because it's like once it happens, you kind of used to robbing pain or whatever. It's kind of like when I was in high school. I remember I got in this fight and it was a street fight. I just remember when the guy had my legs were like over his shoulders. He stepped on the back of my head, and I remember straight concrete. And my head cracked. And I had the imprint of the street right across my face for over 2 weeks. And every time I showered, I did anything, it was it was throbbing pain. I think that has to be like my worst.
God damn.
Nah, I don't recommend fighting in the street.
Yeah, especially not on concrete.
Okay, so I have to hop off real quick because since it's winter, I haven't had water. My water here's busted. The plumber's here. I apologize. I'm gonna try to hop back on in like a little bit. If I don't, I'm sorry.
Oh, good,
it was wonderful though.
All right.
Compaji, I swear.
All right, no problem. Yeah.
I had a couple extra for you too, so
yeah. Most definitely. Right. Hopefully you get a chance to hop back on.
Hell yeah.
It's all good, buddy. We'll keep it on and keep it going. Well, shit, man. Let's move on to the next question.
All right.
Other than Coyote, man, who could you see yourself locking up with?
Well, I see a lot of names that are like that they've been throwing out there. So I guess they have what's his name, Bricks, I think they said, and then Nefite, I think was another one.
What was the second one?
Nefite, I think was his name, or Nefi. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, probably one of them. I mean, if it's in range of, right there, BDW too. I mean, I thought he was, retiring and stuff. BDW would be a good fight, I think.
He signed up for this event, bro.
I saw that.
He signed up for this event. I'm not sure I think there's a good possibility him and Bricks going at it, because I know
Okay.
that was talked about a few months ago.
Yeah.
We'll see, if the powers that
Yeah.
be, make that
Yeah.
happen.
If they put that together, that would be a good fight, actually, too. I
Yeah,
actually want that'd be something I want to watch. And
but
then
really, all of
I'm
y'all are
looking to
good
see who
fighters
could.
that make good fights.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, like anywhere in range between 170 to 185. Like that's around the range where I would be, where I would want to fight people at. Like especially the bigger the name, the better for me. So
Yeah, 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 man. Like I said, you put on a show, so like you basically you need someone of that caliber, who's gonna put on
yeah,
just like you, who's gonna
yeah,
bring.
got to make it entertaining. Especially I like just so like all whoever is a fan of whoever they put a really good show on and then have everybody just going crazy for the fight or expecting to watch it and waiting for it to drop. And once it drops, they're super excited. They share it and everything. And
Mhm.
then that's pretty much what I want to do. Just make fights entertaining or have entertaining fights.
Mm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's the remind the people, what's the record right now?
So right now, 4-1.
Okay.
Because of that tournament that Weddle had. So
Hmm.
they gave me both wins. So that bumped my record up a little bit more. So I was thankful for that one. So
For sure. For sure.
the better the record, the better chance I got to get a shot at that belt.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, man. You've definitely worked for it.
Yeah.
Definitely for it. When do you think we could see you fight again?
I was thinking January, but I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to make that one because I want to go out there for Weddle's birthday. I guess he wants to go out there for his birthday and celebrate over there. And
Mm.
that's what I wanted to go out there and do that. But I mean, I might not be able to do it, but if not, then there might be February. And I hear there's something that they're putting together for March. So I'm hoping to get
Yeah,
that one in.
the major event, the March
Yeah,
event is gonna
yeah,
be the Super Bowl with all the branches there,
yeah.
and yeah, man, that's gonna be a banger.
That one I'm excited for that one just to see like all the other fighters, the branches,
Hmm.
what they got, what they bring, and then it's to see who they might want to put up against me.
Yeah, yeah. Whoever it is, man, it's gonna be a fight to see.
Oh yeah.
I can say that right now, wholeheartedly. It's gonna be a fight to see.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm hoping at least if the haters too. I hope the haters go and watch it just to see me get hit too. So
Yeah, yeah. There's always gonna be somebody saying something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You just gotta keep pushing. You just gotta keep
yeah.
pushing what you do.
Shout out to
Uh,
the haters though.
yeah. But you know what? Like, I spent a little time, scrolling through the comments and shit. And from what I see, for the most part, man, people show you love, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah. That's
know,
I'm very appreciative of that. Like people that are like, "Oh, dude, you did a good job," or something, or those comments. I always like those comments, and I always try to like reply on under my fights. I always try to reply to or at least like the comment or something. So that
yeah,
way they can see that I'm looking and stuff. I'm watching too.
yep, yep. These guys aren't just fighters; they're real people. You know what I mean? Who fuck with real
Yeah,
people? You know?
definitely. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, I wanted to ask, bro. You mentioned earlier, and we didn't really go into detail on it. You mentioned wrestling earlier.
Oh
Is
yeah.
is there some MMA in
I
Compaji?
mean,
What's going on?
I would have to train a little bit harder for that because MMA takes a lot out of you. I know that's for sure. So I was hoping maybe there might be if I train for it, and there's an open slot, then you know, I might do at least one just to see how it is. You know, I've never had an MMA fight, but you know, might have to bring out the wrestling from the bag, you know, show them the bag of tricks that I
Yeah.
got and I learned, you know. So I didn't get that. I didn't get a gold medal for nothing. So I mean,
Oh,
I guess I was decent.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
So I only wrestled for 1 year, and that was in my senior year. So I just wanted to hang out with my friends, so I just joined wrestling, you know, just to bullshit and hang out and whatever. So turns out though that I was like a natural at it, and I was really good at it. And then next thing you know, like I'm in the tournament for like our high school region, and then so we go through and everything. And I was a smaller dude because I was at 155, and I was a smaller dude. So every 155er that I went up against, they were like yoked down, either taller than me or something, because you know they dropped down like a grip of weight, and that was just my natural weight. I couldn't lose anything more than that. You know, my body fat was too low for me to be able to go lower than that without it being like a medical thing. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so turns out that I was good enough to like win the regional for my high school area, and they gave me a gold medal. You know, took a picture of me, you know, put it on the local paper or whatever or something. So I mean, it was pretty dope. It was a really good experience too.
That's what's up, bro. What's
Yeah.
up? That's something I don't think the people knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Unless you're local, you know, you didn't really know that. Like, but now you guys know. I might be up in there doing some MMA sometime. You know, hoping at least, you know, hoping I could put everything together to at least make an entertaining fight in MMA too.
Nah, man, that would be interesting to see you in MMA. You know, I'm thinking about just your movements in boxing, and now knowing that you got a little wrestling in your background, like I can kind of see it just in your movement, your bounce. You know what I'm saying?
That's why my base is so wide. Like my base is so wide because that's how I learned a lot of my movement like that. That's why I have my base. My feet are just like separated because usually boxers they keep their feet a lot closer together. But because of my wrestling base, they're a little wider than that.
Hell yeah, bro. Have you experiment with kicking at all, or kicking or jujitsu?
I did like the beginners class for jujitsu. Like when they opened up like a couple of jujitsu gyms around here, they gave you like a couple weeks or a couple days or something. So I did that, but you know, I wasn't able to continue because I didn't have like the funds or anything. But I mean, it was fun. It was fun rolling around and everything was fun. The kicking part, not too much. I mean, I used to kick and stuff, kick the bag and everything like that. But you know, my kicks aren't really too great. So I mean, it's still something I could work on though.
Hey, that goes for even the best kickers out there, bro. You know what I mean? We got to forever practice. At least in my
definitely.
You know, we got to forever practice, no matter how good you are at it.
Definitely.
I'm not that good at kicking either, so.
Hey, as long as they look nice, you know.
Yeah. My thing is, as long as they land. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, nice. Like, did the shit land? Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to do a kick and then turn around, and then as soon as you turn around, you get kicked in the face.
Yeah, that's it. You know? Fuck yeah, bro. Well, shit, man. Did you ever, you know, have any other plans? I know you said you plan on sticking with StreetBeefs, but at any point earlier when you were younger, did you ever have any plans of amateur or pro or anything like that?
I actually wanted to do MMA because I'm a big UFC fan. And when I was younger, I wanted to start doing MMA and stuff. And I started even like setting up my diet and everything. And I was following the diet of GSP, you know, the Great Canadian Special. I was following his diet and doing things like he would do and everything, you know, obviously because his story, the way that he started doing things, he was a natural as well. So I was like, maybe I could do it as well. And I was a big fan of him too. So I was like, it'd be pretty tight, if I could do something like that.
Nice. Let's see. I think we got a question from Heart in the Fight. What's it like to have a virtual presence and fans?
It's a little different, Didn't always have fans and everything, but it's cool. I like it. I like being able to have people tell me what's up or recognize me or something, or everybody at my job too. They all watch my fights and everything. They're like, oh, when's your next fight? Are you training? How are you feeling and everything like that? That's pretty sick right there. It kind of humbles you a little bit and reminds you you got people right here and you want to keep a good surrounding like that.
True. Absolutely, man. Yeah, man. Your surroundings and the people. We got Jay.
I'm just coming in so I can fill in for Buddy Jay's fighters to watch, because I don't think Buddy's getting back after we get done with the conversation. So do your thing. Got you.
Stuff happens. Priorities, bills. I get it.
Definitely. Yep.
That's all of us.
Hell yeah. And hot water is important.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, it's getting cold out here, man. It's getting cold out here. Speaking of which, I wanted to ask you, bro, as far as training, because I watch your videos from time to time. Can you talk a little bit about, what your training consists of, and is it affected by this cold?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because the cold weather makes me lazy, and I hate the cold. I don't like being cold. I always I'd rather be warm. I'd rather be in the heat, honestly. That's just my thing. But as soon as how we were talking, just do the warm up and everything, and stretch and make sure everything's good. After that, I usually just stretch, and then I always tend to pop my back, before I start training, just to loosen up the joints and stuff right there on the spine, just so I could get a little bit of better movement and everything. But usually what I do, I'll mix it up in the running. So I'll either run one training session before I work out, and then come back, and then I'll hit 8 to 10 3-minute rounds on the punching bag. I actually just got a water bag recently, right before the tournament. I just got that, and I also have this I forgot what it's called, but it's the tether and a small little ball like that you hit comes back. I forgot what it's called, but
reflex, reflex ball.
Yes, yeah. I got one of those. So I'll do a round of that, and then switch to the bag, and then switch back, just to keep movement. Your reflexes, just keep the reflexes good and everything. So it's 8 to 10.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
I just wanted to know what temperature is cold to you.
Anything under 75, really.
It was 9 degrees by me the other day. I'm just saying.
Oh no, I'd be dying over there. I'd be dying. Yeah. I wouldn't even leave the house. I'd try to get a computer job or something and work from home.
Yeah, I try to push the limits. You know what I mean? I might be outside and it's 42, 43, 9 degrees, bro. I'm in the bed. I'm under the cover. I got 2 heaters on. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
You gotta have at least 4 Mexican blankets on you at all times,
At least once this year, it will hit -25 to -30.
God damn. I don't know. My beard would be frozen over, and I wouldn't even have anything there.
Bro,
that's crazy.
In that type of temperature, we're not fighters anymore. We're not. You know what I mean?
You can't do shit with that. You can't do anything. You gotta pour a bunch of gasoline on you and light it up and hope you stay warm around that.
Bro, that's wild.
That's crazy. No, I couldn't do it. I don't know how you do it. That's crazy.
But my daughter lives here, and so my wife's like, unless she's moving with us. So she's 23 though. So I've been working on her and her boyfriend for like the last couple of years. But I finally got my wife to give in to where we're actually going to be looking for land in Nevada here soon. So.
Oh, nice.
That's what's up.
They're way different climate.
Yeah, well, we're big fans of Vegas because there's a lot to do, but we're not gamblers or that kind of shit, so we're safe.
Yeah.
But we want to kind of get outside of Vegas and the smaller areas, buy a chunk of land, but be close enough when your family comes, you can put them in a $30 hotel room.
Yeah, make yourself at home, but over there.
Hey, now that you mentioned how cold it is, Jay, like I'm thinking about it it doesn't matter what month, what week. Every time I've ever seen you, Jay, it looks cold. It looks cold in the background. Like you have a blue tint. You have a blue tint across your screen at all times.
He walks around with dragon breath just coming out.
There's literally 4 months a year that's nice here. That's it. 4 months that stay between about 80 and 110.
Yeah.
And you still gotta wear a jacket too.
Yeah, well, we'll be in Vegas. We'll be in Vegas in like March, and it's 85. My wife will still have a hoodie on.
Oh wow!
I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. I'm coming on.
Oh yeah, enjoying the sun.
Like, this is great.
Yeah, definitely enjoying the sun. I prefer that a lot more. I don't know, the cold it just makes me lazy. I don't want to do anything. I feel like my blood doesn't flow the same.
That's true.
Crazy. Yeah.
True.
I don't know. I just can't stand it. I can't stand the cold like that. I don't know how you do it, man.
Yeah, man.
I watch a lot of Netflix.
Yeah.
Like HBO, series. I watch a lot of series in the winter, and I leave the house to go where I'm going, but I warm the car up before I leave, and then I run to where. Yeah,
definitely.
You won't believe it though. Like high school kids will wear shorts in 12-degree weather.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, these dudes will wear the long sleeve with the shorts.
Yeah, and then they'll wear a hoodie in the summer around over here. Over here in AZ, they'll wear a hoodie during the summer, and then during the winter, they'll be like they might wear like a light jacket or some shit.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Kids, man, kids are crazy.
Well, my cousin was an adult, but he lived in Yuma for like 7 years, and then he'd come back here, and if it hit anything under 80, he had the winter cap on.
Oh yeah. Yuma gets a lot of sun. It's like open desert over there. You get a lot of.
They always tell me it's called the sunniest place in America because they get like longer sun than we do. Like their sunsets later than the rest of us. Yeah,
because they got wider plains and they don't really have a lot of mountains over there.
Where's Yuma?
Arizona.
It's close to Arizona. It's close to California. It's like on the California border.
Yeah, and it's right on the Mexican border too.
Yeah. So it's like it borders California and the Mexican border. So a lot of my family crosses over, you know.
I'm not positive, but I think if you go from Yuma, you end up in Baja, California, in Mexico.
Yeah. That's where you end up. It's like one of the better places to cross over, I guess, as they say.
I haven't been to Mexico in years, but I lived in Texas, so we just went to Juarez.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad spot right there either.
Hey, in the 90s, it was popping. All you had to do was be drink. It was crazy.
Yeah.
You'd literally walk through that turnstile, and there would be a dude on the Mexican side being like, Oxycontin, Coca.
Yeah.
Like, bro, there's border security right there. I don't care.
Like, nah, it's okay. It's okay.
You know what's up.
He buys it from me too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no. Juarez in the 90s was a fun time if you were 18 or older.
Yeah, definitely. That would have been a good time, especially when they let you just cross over back and forth like that. So.
Right. Yeah,
I definitely got to visit Mexico, man. That's on my to-do list for sure.
You should definitely go and visit. It's nice out there. I mean, there's obviously there's parts that aren't too good, but there's if you stay in the tourist areas and stuff like that, then you're good to go. You can just travel around there and you'll enjoy yourself. They got bars, all kinds of shit over there.
Now it's Uber, but back then it was like just get you a taxi, tell the taxi driver exactly what you wanted, tell that motherfucker what time you want him to pick you up, throw him a 20 and he will be there.
Yeah. Yep. In the little Nissan too, little Nissan, 1980s Nissan Corolla.
Yeah. Good times. You guys got me thinking back, but I guess we won't keep Compaji all night, but why don't you let everybody know, like, hey, when's your next fight? You got some social media you want to throw out there? Anybody you want to shout
out? My next fight, for sure. They told me it was going to be in March, but I'm hoping to probably get one in, like a tune-up fight, maybe like in February. Probably, most likely it'll be in Vegas. If not, then it'll probably be here in the Hot Box in Arizona. The socials, it's same name, Compaji Hortelano, just as it says right there in that little blue caption. The same thing. You look that up, you'll find me. And if you find somebody else, then follow that guy too. He probably knows me. And just shout out my kids. That's pretty much shout out my kids and my friends. Shout out my mom especially for having me. The glory that she had. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Well, we really appreciate you giving us your time, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you guys too. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh man, it was a pleasure.
Thank you. Hey, it was fun talking to you guys. Hopefully I get another one soon.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
Yeah, definitely. All right, man. You guys have a good night.
You too. All right, guys. We got a quick word from our sponsors. Ananda Professionals and MMA Underground are teaming up to let you know about all of their great CBD products. Gummies are great for your stomach health, and your stomach health is a big part of your overall health. Fighters, are you looking for something to help you recover faster that's safe and healthy? Ananda's got you covered. Use the promo code BBUnderground to save 10%. That's at AnandaProfessionals.com.
What's good? It's your homie, Freezers Christ. Y'all know the deal. Make sure y'all head on over to overtimehustling.com where you can catch all the latest merch, all the newest mags, all the media, everything, know what I mean? And you can also find me on Winging It with the homies Keith G, King Dell, and Payne Gusto. And you can catch me on Turf Tales with the homie SK. And if you got nothing to do on Sundays, even if you do got something to do, make sure you tap in the Overtime Reactions hosted by the homie Cuzzo. And I cannot forget the homie Jay over there at the Yankee and the Brit channel. So make sure y'all go over there and check them out. And hey, check me out, your boy Freezers, on that Real Talk with Jay. It was a hell of an interview, yo. Gotta do it again. I keep saying it because I mean it. We gotta do it again. I had a great motherfucking time. But anyway, you know who it is. Freezers H, OTH, Yankee and the Brit, Winging It, Turf Tales, Overtime Reactions, Chronicles Podcast. You know the drill, Cush's Corner. It's a motherfucking movement. So move with it or move out the motherfucking way. Simple and plain.
Overtime hustling, we hustling overtime.
Hey, it's Wedo. As some of you may know, we are hosting an event here in Arizona in December. So the goal of this event is to have as many cross-branch matches as possible, the biggest name StreetBeefs has to offer. So we reached out to members of these branches, and there's a lot of interest in attending. However, much of that interest is going to be stifled because of travel expenses. Heart in the Fight is offered to step up and help fundraise. We're going to be taking donations, all of which will go towards providing as much help as possible to your favorite fighters from the OG Yard, StreetBeefs Dirty South, StreetBeefs Scrapyard, and StreetBeefs West Coast. We will also be selling t-shirts and other merchandise from Heart in the Fight, such as Wedo and the Mexican, Locked In, exclusive StreetBeefs anniversary shirts, and of course the rare Heart in the Fight shirts. Again, all proceeds, every dollar, go back to the fighters to make sure that we provide the best matchups possible. If you're interested in pre-ordering anything, please DM myself or Daniel.
I guess it's that time. Even though I'm not going to be as good as Buddy V, we'll just give it a shot.
Man, we got this. Let's go.
Buddy V's Fighters to Watch.
All right. So the first fighter Buddy's got for you is from Street Beef Scrapyard, and it's Ninja Steve. I watched this fight a little bit earlier today. Dude had me pressed. Never stops moving forward. This motherfucker just keeps swinging and going. It's an impressive fight. And I will, but so just go check it out. That's Ninja Street Steve at the Scrap Yard.
Nice.
The second
nice.
one comes from Coast, and it is Big Texas.
Yeah.
Bro, this fight him. I wouldn't want to fight him. So
He's a monster, bro.
check out Texas from the West Coast because he can show you way better than Texas. And this next one is from the OG Yard, and I'm just thinking the guy's name is the most badass part of this whole thing. It's the OG Yard's Tung Po. Big fight. You gotta go check this. Like I with Justice, like Buddy V, he comes from it from a fighter's point of view, but just as a fan, this fight is entertaining. And how you not like somebody who just shaves their head like the kickboxer too? I mean, go check out that fight. That's Street Beef's OG Yard Tung Po.
Yeah.
Right, you know what time it is?
It's about that time.
It doesn't matter where you are in life. You gotta know your worth.
Yeah. Y'all know what time it is. It's the Fire Five. All right, this week we're gonna start it off with a fight from the OG Yard. Two ladies going at it. This is gonna be Deuce versus Fierce Honey. This is a classic bout. This is one of Fierce Honey's first fights, one of her hardest fights. She went at it with a seasoned fighter, and she didn't get the dub in this one. But what we did see with Fierce Honey was we saw her determined, and we saw her level up after every single fight after this. She didn't lose. You know, this is one of her first building blocks. Let's go back and check this out. It's a fire fight. Again, that's Street Beef's OG Yard, Deuce versus Fierce Honey. Shout out to those two ladies. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to go to Street Beef Scrapyard. Another classic bout. Kickboxing match. As you can see, there's a weight difference and there's a huge height difference. The beautiful part about it, none of that mattered. You can see the timestamp. These men got to work, and they got to work quick. None of that was a factor as far as the weight and the height. And when we saw in the smaller gentleman, we saw the heart of a champion. We saw a beautiful KO in this fight. Again, that Street Beef Scrapyard, Scarecrow versus Nick the Brick. Check that out. Moving on. We're going to take it over to Street Beef's West Coast. The Smoke Ranch, White Fang versus Silverback. This right here is a fire fight. These two men, very competitive, combinations back and forth. We saw heart, we saw resilience, we saw beautiful uppercuts. Beautiful fight right here. Fire fight. That's Street Beef's West Coast, White Fang versus Silverback. Check that out. Fire fight. We're going to move on. We're going to take it over to the OG Yard. The Lamb versus Warhorse. You see the timestamp. 2 minutes and 43 seconds. These men, they got to work and it was done. All right. The head kick from the jump sets the tone for the entire fight. We saw some great grappling, and I want to say this is one of the most unexpected finishes in all of Street Beefs. If you want to see how you want to see a KO that you never saw coming, check this fight out. Street Beefs OG Yard, the Lamb versus Warhorse. Let's go ahead and move on. Last fight, last firefight. Street Beefs OG Yard, Reckless Rico versus Red Reaper. This is an instant classic. Instant classic. A complete war every single round. A complete war. We're looking at two fighters who refuse to give in, who refuse to give up. This is edge of your seat action every single round. Instant classic. Firefight. Street Beefs West Coast, Reckless Rico versus Red Reaper. Check that out. Sam K and the Fire 5.
That is a Fire 5 that people need to check out, because I did have some time today that I watched 3 of those fights while waiting to get on, and those were some fire picks, man.
Man, look, the whole point of these is, you know, even if you've seen them before, these fights have such high replay value, man. I mean, like I said, the fight earlier with the unexpected KO. Literally, I don't think we've ever seen a KO like this in Street Beefs ever. You know, you don't even see a KO like that in professional sports. You know, yeah, man, just great fights, man. Great fights.
Well, I won't do it as well as Buddy V, but go check out Zuel, cop some merch, support Buddy V and everything he's doing. Please hit that like and subscribe. And you got some shout outs for everybody before we get out of here, Sam K?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and give my shout out to Heart in the Fight. Nice. You guys go ahead and go check their channel out. Like and subscribe to Heart in the Fight on YouTube. You'll see exclusive Street Beefs content. They do an excellent job. Thank you for the merch. You can also get in contact with Daniel if you're looking forward to getting some merch. I also want to give a shout out to Buddy V and Hot Water, because we all need that. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to Jay, the best producer in the world. My man is finally on air after a few weeks. I get to tell you to your face, thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
For everything that you do, making these shows come together and work the way they do. I definitely got to give a shout out and a big, huge thank you to Compaji for coming through and killing it. Much success to you, brother. Like I said, I'm a fan of yours. Can't wait to your next bout. To the fans, man. El Coyote versus Compaji. Oh, man, think about it. Just think about it. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to Street Beefs West Coast, Street Beefs Scrapyard, Street Beefs Dirty South, and last but not least, Street Beefs OG Yard. We do this for y'all. I don't really do the social media. If you got me, you got me. Shout out to Overtime Hustling. Go check out their YouTube channel, Overtime Hustling. They just featured me the other night on their reaction video. They did a reaction to a few fights, few Street Beefs fights. Much love, Cuzzo. Much love, Overtime Hustling. And yeah, much love, audience. Thank you guys for supporting us. Definitely hit the like button. But for everyone who's watching, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't take anything but a second to hit the subscribe button. You know, it's much appreciated, guys. And thank y'all. You guys have a good night.
All right, guys. And one last pitch. Go get you some CBD. Use that promo code BB Underground. Save 10%. Go check out what they got, if nothing else. I bet you there's something you guys will like. But as Buddy V would say, in the words of me, one world, one love. Deuces.